What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Black Genesis, and we're back for another episode, Podcast 1001. Episode 3, we got a celebrity in the building, y'all. I'm super excited because this episode, we're going to turn up the volume. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Law Speaks Volumes. As if the name wasn't... Before we get started... Why Law Speaks Volumes, and when did you... I'm not even... This ain't even on the card, but I always wanted to know, Law Speaks Volumes is such a great stage name. Where did you come up with it, and why?
This is so funny, though, because here's the thing. It was never meant to be a stage name.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
I just owned it.
I understand that.
Because, for one... When I first started doing poetry, I didn't know that it was actually going to be a thing for me. But my voice, you know, it has a volume of its own. It has a power to it. And one day I was just like, you know what? Like, Law speaks. I'm speaking now. And... you know, I was hearing a lot of things about my voice, so I put volumes on it. Yeah. And it was just a screen name. Yeah. Like, literally a username.
Law, you have great teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have great teeth.
It's some work.
You have braces?
I have braces.
Oh, okay. It worked. I mean,
yeah. I just took them off. Well, shoot, in August. So...
I don't know whether to be... I don't remember you ever having braces.
I didn't. I actually only had to... Okay, so I take that back. A gift from my grandmother when I graduated from college, she had got braces for me because I was very insecure about my teeth. Yeah. So she did that for me, and then... I had lost my retainers. So my teeth started shifting kind of back. So I ended up getting braces again 2 years ago. And then, yeah, I had them for the last 2 years.
And I follow you on Instagram. I don't know. But you know what? Some people, the algorithm be fucking up. Because some people, I don't even be seeing they shit.
Girl.
Until later, or a lot of times I'm like, damn, when did this happen? And they don't come up on my situation. Yeah.
It'd be a while. Honestly, that's how it is. Today I was on your stuff and I was like, why
all this stuff at? Yeah. I know.
Why I seen this? I've been seeing everything with the podcast, but when it came down to your story and stuff like that, I was like, this is burnt out because you be posting stuff that be hilarious.
I just post what make me laugh. It don't even be necessarily something if it make me laugh, I'm posting it.
Exactly. No, that's what it felt like. And I was like, oh, I needed this. This was funny. So yeah. But yeah, no, I had them for 2 years and then I took them off and I'm back in retainers now that I promised myself I wouldn't lose.
Okay. Okay, so Law Speaks Volumes. I'm going to let you do your own introduction. I do want to say though, I remember when I met you.
Lord.
This was, and I mean years ago. I had to be, and I'm not joking, I had to be 19.
Really? Damn.
No, I'm lying. Hold on, let me do a timeline. I was early 20s. But really early 20s.
Yeah. How old are you right now?
31.
Oh dang.
Yeah, 31.
We do have a gap.
How old are you?
I'm 36. I'll be 37.
I knew you were older than me, but I said you old. You're not old.
No, it's cool. Yeah. I'll be 37 in August.
It looks good.
Thank you, boo.
It's packaged.
Thank you, boo.
Catch that dirt, okay? It look good. It don't look 30 nothing. Really.
You know, I try.
Not trying to look like the kids at your school. Okay. No, you know what? I'm really trying to do the timeline, and I really think I had to be. If I wasn't 19, I was 21.
No, honestly, you were very young because when I met you,
Do you
well,
remember
from
where
what
we
I
met?
recall, I don't necessarily remember. I damn,
We
what was
met-
it? Was it on Slauson?
Yep.
At one of the vibe sessions?
At what is that nigga's name? The dark skinned dude. He's super black. He got the locks.
Yes.
He had a little storefront. Yes.
Brandon on Fifth Ave.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm not tripping. That
Yep.
is where we met.
Yep.
Yes.
And he was doing some type of poetry event.
Oh, you were young. You were like 21.
And I walked in, and I will never forget this. I walked in, and I signed up, and I performed, and I was great.
You were.
But then you were sitting
Always.
on, what's her name's lap? What's your best friend's name?
MJ?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You were sitting on her lap, and I remember thinking, like, damn, who was that? My ass. Damn, who was that before you performed? And then you performed, and it was a wrap. I just knew, like, I was like, this is my favorite. You were my favorite person to go and watch.
Yeah.
You know, when they had, like, different, because I was out more, like, performing back then and going. And I mean, you were just breathtaking. So can you tell us about your poetry roots and how you got into writing? Like, how did that even start?
So I've always been writing poetry, and it started very, very young. I was in elementary school when one of my teachers took notice of my writing.
Yeah.
And she put me in a competition, a national competition. I ended up placing 4th nationally, but I was in like 1st or 2nd grade.
Wow.
And but since I've always been a writer because I was and still am very introverted. So
I can see that.
So that would be the way that, you know, obviously I would express myself. And in my household, I just felt at the time I couldn't my voice, I didn't know how to use it. I felt voiceless. I felt powerless. You know, there was a challenging family dynamic. At the time I was being raised by my grandmother and my aunt. My mother, you know, was in prison. And
I did not know that.
Yeah, so she was in prison. She was in federal prison. So at the time I was just trying to find a way to express myself, and writing was always the thing. Now when I was writing poetry, I didn't know that's what it was.
Yeah.
You know, until my teacher had to tell me what I was doing. And ever since then, it was just something that I did innately. Whenever I felt something, I had to write it down. You know, just maybe a year or two ago, my grandmother gave me like all of my notebooks from elementary school. And
I know that made you feel like, because it's a full circle moment when your parents pull out because it makes you go, oh my God, I was always this person. Yeah.
Always, you know. And so it really was just like, wow, this has really been in me, you know. And yeah, that's really where it came from. Now, I never wrote poetry to think that I was going to be on stage one day.
Yeah.
So it was funny because MJ stumbled across a notebook of mine when I was in college. And so she was like, "La, like, this
Girl,
you?
do something with this.
This you?" And so I was like, "Yeah, girl, this me." And she was like, "Okay." So it was like she took note of it. And then for my 23rd birthday, her and my other best friends, they got together and they signed me up for this open mic that I did not know was going to be happening.
Yeah.
So it was a whole surprise thing. And that was the first time that I ever got up to read something. I was about to piss on myself. Because, you know, but from that first time, I honestly I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
that's really where it all started.
Question: is it more of the writing that you love, or is it the stage that you love?
It's the writing.
Oh, okay.
I love the writing. What made me love the stage
Mm-hmm.
were the people who
Mm-hmm.
were impacted by my stage
Yeah,
presence.
for sure.
Um, it's always been the writing for me.
Wow.
You know, and honestly, I people don't know, like, I have really bad social anxiety.
Really?
So I get, like, even coming out today, I was
Mhm.
just like, like, very nervous.
Mhm.
I have really bad social anxiety. But what happens when I am around people who make me obviously feel safe?
Yeah.
And I know that like I said, they see me.
Mhm.
It's easier for me to deliver,
Yeah.
and um, it's never failed. Every time that I've gotten off of the stage, someone has always come to me to tell me how I've impacted them,
Mhm.
and that makes me get over
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
because some of the, like, well, not even some of the things, all of the things that I write about are very, close to me, and things that I have experienced.
Yeah.
So it's a lot for me to talk about
Yeah.
those things, and be creative with it too.
Do you write more about, because I didn't know that your mom had been in prison and that you were raised by your grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Outside looking in, right? Because we don't, like, we're not super duper close. Outside looking in, the only information that I have about you is through your socials, and I see that you are very close to your
With my
mom,
mom.
and you know, that doesn't seem like something that you ever disclosed in your writing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff that I hear you talk about is like relationship stuff and, like, things that you deal with in your personal life and stuff like that with yourself, insecurities and stuff like that.
Self-reflection.
So are you most vulnerable with just law, or with, like, your family dynamic? You know what I mean? Like, what's your writing consist of mostly?
Now, most of the time, my writing has everything to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm very big on people telling their own stories.
For sure, yeah.
And I don't ever want to depict somebody in a light that would make them feel embarrassed, shamed, or anything
Yeah.
like that. So I definitely keep the lens on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was a fuck nigga I was dealing with, and
Right.
I didn't really care at the
Mm-hmm.
time,
Mm-hmm.
or it was like, I have to get this out, like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yeah.
But and even still, I still don't disclose who those, like, that
Same.
those people are,
Same.
um but yeah, when it comes down to my family, I protect them. When it comes down to my craft,
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever put anything out there of them that would make them feel, shamed or anything like that. I'm honest though.
Yeah.
I'm definitely honest, and my book is where people can really get
Get the gist of
that
everything. Naked.
that backstory. Naked.
Yeah.
My book Naked is definitely where you get the backstory of my family, and that's kind of where I kept it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's some hurt, obviously some trauma there.
Mm-hmm.
My dad got killed at the age of 21, and
You were 21 or he was 21?
he was.
Mm.
He was 21. I was about to be 3, you know. Yeah, so that that dynamic there, um growing up, that I didn't realize that was the thing that I was in.
Yeah.
My dad's death played a big role in how things panned out,
Mm-hmm.
obviously for us as children, And my mother, he has another baby mom, and then just the dynamic of my mother's family and then my dad's family. They have a thing, but everybody is kind of flipping out because they were also grieving.
Yeah.
Grieving losing someone just so who was everything, who was a source, and he took care of his family.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I definitely protect my family when it comes to my writing. Now, I do have writing about family though.
But it's not performance pieces.
Nah, it ain't performance pieces at all. Yeah, nah.
That's smart. That's very adult. I am always on that type of time. I don't want to tell nobody else's story. Because people experience things differently and people have a story themselves. Especially our elders, especially people who I just try to be respectful. I have a similar story. My dad, I was 2 years old when my dad died. My dad was either 22 or 23. There's some crazy stories surrounding the death. I wasn't raised by my mom. I was raised by my grandma. Don't have a close relationship with my mom to this day. But I don't expect much from somebody who I mean, I don't know what I would have did with a kid at 14. I'm almost 14 when she had me. 17 when she had my brother. It's just, but like you said, I have half written plays about the family dynamic, and I just can't bring myself because I don't want to, like you said, embarrass nobody who I feel like already kind of is experienced their
guilt,
and then also the result of not being the parent that they should have because the lack of our closeness and stuff like that. And
they feel it.
I know she feels it, but I can't turn on something that ain't there. You know what I mean? My source is my grandma. It's my aunt. So it's like I can't even fake a relationship with somebody that I don't have a relationship with. And I'm pretty sure she feels some type of way about that. But yeah. Moving on. Tell us about, because I want them to know who La is and what you have put out. Your pen be to the pad. Then the pad become reality. Yeah. And there are so many people, myself included, with the exception of this podcast. I said I was going to do the podcast and I actually fulfilled that. But there are so many things that we talk about doing and then don't succeed and execute. And I have watched you for years be like, oh, I'm going to do that. And then do it. And then do it. And so like with the book, with the play that you did back in the day, Wait and Exhale, and the Softing series. I mean, girl, I am so going off script. How are you able to, with your career as an educator, what you teach?
7th grade English.
Okay. 7th grade English. That's tough. I know what I was doing at Bret Hart. Fighting in class.
Right.
But how are you able to execute what you say that you're going to do and make it look so seamless, so just easy to do?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
That's
honest.
I am big on the fact that if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
What I've learned to do.
What's your sign?
Virgo.
Okay, Beyonce. Okay, Michael. Yeah, it gives that.
It gives that. I'm very big, like I said, on the fact that if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
It don't matter when I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
How it gets done is gonna get done.
Yeah.
Because I feel that's also a mechanism, a trait that I have learned throughout life, because when people have said things to me and they didn't do it, like I felt the disappointment from that. And the last thing, because I'm my hardest critic.
Yeah.
If I disappoint myself, I'm whooping my own ass. And I don't, like, at this point in my life, like, I'm not gonna do it. And I'm also just, if I feel like I cannot do something, if I cannot meet the mark, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
So
That's smart.
I'm just really big on that, and I really just believe in what I do.
That's good.
I believe in what I write. If there's something that I have to put out, and I feel like this is a project that I want people to see, is because I believe in it. I believe that there's purpose behind it, and there's always intention behind it. So it's like, as I'm creating something, people don't know, like, this has been the medicine for me. And by the time I give it to you, like, I was the crash dummy first, right? Like, how did these words move me? How did they help me? How did they shape me? And if I like the result, it's like, this is for the people. I could give this to the people, and this be purposeful, this move them, this help shift something, and that's really why I also have such an urgency, that when I say I'm gonna do something or going to produce something, I give it to people because they're looking for that.
And that just spoke to me. You know what I heard while you was talking? We all talented. I think I told you this.
Yeah.
We are all talented.
Absolutely.
But there are some people who do what God tells them to do, and as a result of that, you give God an inch, He take you a mile.
Mm-hmm.
And what separates all of the talented people from the other talented people are the talented people who take their purpose seriously and actually execute, because your gift will make room for you. And in that room, who's in that room? The people that need your gift.
Yeah.
And by you having such an urgency in regards to your gift and in regards to the things that you know are going to heal people, because it's ministry, let's call it what it is.
Absolutely.
God is always going to make sure that you have more than enough and have the resources that the resources that you need for said project, because it just isn't, I was feeling this, I wrote this.
Yeah. It's never no self-centeredness in it. I never do projects for myself anymore. Like I said, writing is something that's always been close to me. That is something that I do for myself. But when I say it's time to get it out, I know for a fact it's for other people. I don't believe in getting on stages. I don't believe in speaking just to be heard or just to be seen, because I feel like I got it like that, or I can move a room. I don't feel like that at all. I'm always humbled by the outcome of when I move. Nonetheless, I never take that to the head. It's like, I got a job to do. It's a mission to fulfill. And hey, God, if this is what you gave to me, I know that any gift not used, you lose. And I'm not willing to lose this when I know what it does for people. So hey, God will make the process full of ease too. And I learned that just from doing these last few projects. When something is supposed to be done, God sees to it that whatever needs to be in place, it's in place. And whenever something feels a little bit too hard, or I gotta do a little bit too much, or compromise something that I don't feel the need to compromise, that ain't for me.
Cause it's gonna be some traction. I know with the play that you did that I was in, it was some traction.
Oh, yeah.
It was some traction.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of personalities. There was a lot of stuff going on.
Ooh, that was hard, girl.
It was hard. And look.
Hey, we can get into it. It was hard. It was
hard. But I remember having a conversation with Sunny then, because me and Sunny are still close. I remember having a conversation with Sunny then and a conversation with Sunny afterwards. That was my first play. I didn't grow up a theater kid like the rest of these motherfuckers. I wasn't that. I just did poetry. I started performing very young. That's what I did.
Yeah.
But a play I had never done. But she was like, this is going to be, Sunny knew. She was like, this is going to be so great. And it's because, all this stuff is happening. Some people are not getting along with the woo. And I kid you not, that was one of the best things I've ever been a part of. And so many people
Yeah.
afterwards, they were acting like you wrote the movie or something.
Man.
Like, when are you gonna come over here and do it? When are you gonna? They DMing me. I'm like, this ain't my play. I gotta hit up Lop. But it was so dope, and it was so needed, and I feel like it came out like it was great.
Yeah.
It was such a great turnout.
What an experience.
But it was a lot, and but it was a learning experience.
It was a learning experience for me
experience.
too. You know, that experience though, for me, it was people didn't see the behind the scenes and what goes into that, and the fact
including
that,
us.
Yeah, including y'all.
I'm sure.
You know,
I'm 100% certain.
Cause y'all, me and Blacks clashed, okay?
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Me and Blacks
clashed. Cause I didn't want to perpetuate, because you know what? Let me just say this. And I'm gonna let you, if you want to tell me, you can tell me. But I'll say this. When I first came on the scene, I kid you not, there were so many people, and I know you heard it, so many people like, oh, y'all perform alike, or y'all did. I heard that a lot.
The comparisons.
And I always was like, I am the type of person, that's who I look to, but I don't want to be like, oh, that's who I look to. And then y'all think I'm trying to bite. You know what I mean? Because this is naturally me. I'm naturally loud too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a presence too. But I always recognized that you were somebody that came before me. And like I said, the very first person I saw perform, that I was like, oh, this is who it is. You know what I mean? I always had that reverence for you. But during the play, there was some tension, and I don't remember a lot of what stemmed from it, like what it stemmed from. And I guess that's a good thing, because I'm not holding on to, I don't really have a lot of memories of what initiated all the tension. But I remember being like, ooh, what was the beat between me and Lyle? What was that about?
Yeah, that shit, that hurt my feelings.
What did I do? Did I do something?
It hurt my feelings. You were, I think someone that when you see like you had to see me in a way that you didn't, I feel like wasn't like necessarily prepared for. At the time, my little cousin had got killed. And
I don't remember that. Yeah. No, I do remember that. Because you had a couple days where you didn't show up.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So my little cousin had got killed. And and how I showed up, it wasn't that the law that that you had that thing with, you know. Yeah. So you had to see me in a different space, and it kind of like almost like tainted like the whole like perfect lens that you saw me from, you know. And then on top of that, you were trying to fight the stigma of she trying to be or bite or whatever, you know. And I saw that then. I saw that then. At the time, I was just like, I can't address that right now.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Whatever she has to whatever has to happen, I'ma just let it happen. You know? Because it did turn, I mean, it turned out beautifully. I was hot at you because you had took yourself out of like what I felt was like a major part.
Hold up, La.
Yeah, you had the singing, the you being a part of the chorus, like the whole medley and all of that. You had lit.
I remember you taking me out of that.
No, girl, because you was like on some other shit.
What was I doing? Mom, be honest. What was I doing?
No, you for real, like you was like doing shit. Like I remember we was at the park and you wouldn't even come like to do the parts with us. And I was like, Blacks, what the fuck? Like you was just in a bag, like you didn't give a fuck at the time. So I was like, fuck it.
Okay, can I say this?
I did take, at that point, I was like, fuck it.
I remember you took me out of some part and I was upset about that.
Yeah.
But you know, in my defense, and again, back in the day when you were a little bit younger, and I am younger than you, sometimes you may not have the sensitivity that you need to have, and and I do apologize. I apologize
okay.
because I have never experienced a death of a cousin. I mean, I've experienced death, but not a death of a cousin, and I don't know how close you were with that cousin, or even if it doesn't matter if you were close to the cousin or not. A death is a death, and some people do show up differently during their grieving stages, and that does not give us license to treat them no type of way.
Yeah.
Or to be insensitive about the situation. And again, I'm not making no excuse for myself. I was probably younger and not really paying attention and not having the discernment to recognize that you were in a certain space.
That's what it was. I knew that though. Like, but at the time, because of having to get the play done, we on a time clock, you feel me?
And there was so much happening with the Miracle Theater. I remember you was like, oh, they doing this, they doing that.
Yeah, I had to pay for us to get a rehearsal in there. You know, it was a lot going on at the time. And just having to manage, like you said, all the personalities, all of that. For me, that was my first time doing that. Now, I had before taking that on myself, I had been writing and collaborating with Tough Crowd. Okay. Tough Crowd.
I remember that. I don't know if I remember that.
Tough Crowd is their lead person, their what you call that, the creator of Tough Crowd, Holla. You know, I had collaborated with him a lot. I won't necessarily talk a lot about Holla because we don't fuck with each other no more.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it is what it is, but he took what I felt like was, like I said, my love was always for the writing. He made poetry feel like it had to be competitive and performative. I mean, performative. Absolutely. Like,
I gather
performative in a way that was very just
like
not authentic.
People against each other.
Yeah, and
I gathered that as an outsider, like watching, and I was like,
yeah. So I don't fuck with bro. Like he didn't do like good business with me, and even until this day, like I forgive that. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, to this day, I just think like his way of going about things, he blocked me because I did the play on my own. Okay? He blocked me because I did Waiting to Exhale. He felt like,
what did Billy Porter say about Nicki Minaj? Fuck him.
Yeah. And it to me it was like really crazy because he's older than me, all of that. And I just felt like, damn, bro, like when I go now, I've always been that girl when it came down to poetry. I write my own stuff.
And I heard he didn't like that.
You know what I mean?
I heard he didn't like that.
No, he did not like that.
He wanted to be the only writer in the room.
But that was the issue. Like me and him did collaborated and did a piece called Lucky and Justice, a project called Lucky and Justice based off Poetic Justice. Yeah. We did that together. I wrote for the women. He wrote for the men. Sometimes he would go in and like write for the girls just because or whatever. And then there was a big business opportunity that he totally like squandered and messed up because his ego. And I
That's
just
fine.
felt,
he was never supposed to get a piece of your pie.
Yeah,
anyway.
So it was fine, you know, but he made me look at poetry different for a while. And that's what, when I did Waiting to Exhale and it was done, I was so glad that it was over with because I'm like, and I told myself I would never do it again. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like I didn't like that. I didn't even like the narrative of when we were doing the auditions and stuff like that. He told people not to come to the auditions.
Really?
That I was literally,
and I mean there were so many people at them auditions. Didn't you have like 3 days of auditions?
Yeah. But like he literally did it then, because that went successful and you know he was telling people like, you know, if they were a part of Tough Crowd, if they did the play, which is why I was so like Sunny is forever gonna be my dog.
100%.
She
Because she don't give a
forever
fuck.
gonna be my dog
Yep.
because she don't give not
Yep.
one fuck.
Yep.
She was dealing with Tough Crowd at the time,
Yeah.
and she did not let that stop her from, because he gave them like an ultimatum.
Yeah.
He was like, if you fuck with her,
Yeah.
you can't be a part of this type
Yeah.
shit. And I was just like, okay, cult leader, what the fuck
Right.
is wrong with you?
Right, because
Like,
it definitely gave that.
what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
you? So so then but what was crazy was he told me that he was gonna be a part of it, right? And so the story that went around was like, oh, she took my idea. And
I've heard him say that a couple times. And I know for sure one time in regards to something else, it was not true.
Yeah, he said, you know, she took my idea. And mind you, he always told me that he wanted me to do like a woman type of like scenario, like a poetry play.
Mm-hmm.
But his idea was to do Set It Off. Because Set It Off is very aggressive, it's very like, and that's the lane that he be in. You feel me? So me, I had, even then I was like, nah, Waiting to Exhale gone. Because that was a movie that I grew up with, that like those characters, those women, I saw myself in each one of those women. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do that where he was like Set It Off. I didn't necessarily want to touch Set It Off. You feel me? But I would have done it. His whole thing was, oh, let me write for you. And I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I could do this.
Right.
I could do it. Now, if you want to support me, come be in it.
Yeah.
Come be in it.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, Holla, I'm going to need you to take a seat and just watch me. Watch me bloom. Yes, I had some mentorship from him and all of that type of stuff, but Waiting to Exhale was mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
And he didn't put a lick of
writing
in.
And I'm so sorry, but even if it was an idea of his first, who executed it? Because at the end of the day, you wrote all of our parts. We rehearsed at, places that you paid for. The money, the time, everything that you spent was solely you.
Yeah.
So, fuck him.
Yeah.
More power to you, but fuck you.
Yeah. And I wish you well. Nonetheless,
I don't know him. I never met him, and I just always kept my distance because I've always heard that he don't like when the motherfucker write their own shit, and you ain't about to. I've only ever recited something that somebody else wrote, and it was your fucking play.
Yeah,
that was it. And I would only do it for you.
And that was the thing. I was doing that for him. I was doing that for him. But the thing was, once I started doing that for him, those seats also started filling up because La is who La is.
Yeah.
I made, regardless of who wrote anything for me, that what I brought to it.
Yeah.
He wrote the pieces of his own.
Yeah.
That when I was in his plays, yes, he wrote those, and I agreed to perform them.
Have you ever had a platform to where you could talk about this?
Nah.
Is this the first one?
Yeah, this
you
is the first
heard it here
time.
at the podcast, podcast 1001, and I'm glad that this is. Because, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn who we talk about.
Yeah.
We're respectful, but you got to tell your truth.
Yeah.
You're telling your side of the story. It is what it is. But I'm glad that you were able to stress that, because you know how many people, consumers of your work, were probably sitting at home, or consumers of his work were probably sitting at home, and, he probably mouthed the because he's a yapper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes it's just best for people to hear your side of things, because, people could create a narrative, and, you damned if you speak your piece, you damned if you don't. So you might as well do, just to clear the air and to get some shit corrected.
But he knows people, even on that side with him, like, things have unfolded since.
Yeah.
To where I was just like, oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
Like, because that has to come to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you gotta do better.
Yeah.
You gotta do better with how you handle people or whatever.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, me doing my own thing with Waiting to Exhale should have never caused a rift between us.
For sure.
That made no sense.
Unless he was jealous.
That made no sense.
Yeah.
Black man.
Yeah.
Like, on top of the fact that you would try to sabotage what I have going on.
Yeah.
Then you on social media like, oh, she should have gave me credit because I'm the first one to do poetry and music plays. And
Nigga, what about
I
the Roaring
said,
Twenties? Boy, we didn't know.
nigga, what about Shakespeare? What the fuck are we talking about? Like, come on.
No, dead ass. I hate when people be like, I'm the first baby. Somebody did this before
Come
us.
the fuck on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just, I'm like, cool, whatever. I will give you the credit for the fact that, yes, I didn't get into poetry and music plays until I started dealing with his group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nonetheless.
Were you ever a part? Like,
no, I was never a part of Tough Crowd.
Yeah.
Was never a part of Tough Crowd. I was always my own entity.
Yeah.
He asked to be a part of his projects.
Yeah.
So and it was me. It wasn't even just me solely. It was YRP.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But then
group,
my group. But that is even how we all connected because he came to one of my group's things.
Yeah.
So then it was like, oh, this is what you do. Okay, we gonna add to that because it's just like you water us, we water you type shit. You know?
At least that's how it should be.
How it should be.
Yeah.
So when I started, well, I didn't appreciate the fact that he was trying to take credit for me. For who I was as an artist.
Yeah.
You did not construct me.
Yeah.
You never taught me how to write. Okay. And you never, nigga, the money.
Yeah.
That I did that.
Yeah.
I did that. You never funded me nothing. You know? And it was just like, it could have been just a respect thing. I could do something that everybody else that you deal with needs you to do because they don't do what I do.
Yeah. Right.
Like, but I've always done what I've done. Yeah. So that's why I didn't need him to write Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah.
I didn't need you to fund it. I didn't,
How long did it take for you to write Waiting to Exhale? That was such a good play.
It took me a month.
Damn, for real?
It took me a month.
That was such a good play.
It was like 13, 15 pieces. And now to make it into a play that just fit, like
that was cohesive and stuff.
That we did that in real time.
Yeah.
Like that was something happening in real time.
You probably won't do that again, but the way and I mean, since you didn't put it all out there, about our riff that I didn't remember that much about, but now that I'm remembering, like I said, I apologize, and I am not above apologizing. I apologize a million times if I need to.
No, you don't.
What I will say is, I remember, like I said, how hard it was. I remember there was some favoritism.
I could see why you would.
But how about this? Again, now that I'm older, let my best friend be in the play. That bitch can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
I've been friends with my best friend since I was 12 years old. If I ever did a play, and she don't do no art, nothing like she do here, but if she was an artist, if she I'm about to get on your ass, but I'm not about to touch her. I know why she laid. I know, you know what I'm saying? I felt like there was some favoritism. I felt like there was just a lot of animosity. I'm glad we passed it. I brought all that up though to say we auditioned for that play. I never expected a coin because at the end of the day, Allah Speaks Volumes production was it. That's all I needed to know that it was. Still to this day, if you ever do another play, bitch, count me.
Bitch. And I will. Like, here's the thing. What I learned from that experience, though, is that, for one, like, when things are supposed to be the way that they are, people are going to show up and do what you ask them to do, right?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, everybody who I put in the play, I believed in, too.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me? And I believed in them so much that I wish that I could have done more for y'all.
Yeah. You know what I wish? Because again, and back then I didn't have no kids. I wasn't married. We could have, as far as me, I'll speak for myself. You know what I wish? It wasn't even about being paid. That was such a great play, I always felt like, why didn't you take it on the road? Why didn't you shop it somewhere? Because it was so good. I'm like, and then it's such a classic. It's not even, it's like you did a rendition of something that people
that
already
was
know.
Yeah.
So imagine the people that would have come just off the strength of
that.
Yeah,
that the issue was the money. Like, just Miracle Theater alone, like, people do not know, like, that theater cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
At the time, like, I was
selling them
barely
tickets like chicken dinners
in a career, you feel me?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, what people don't know is that sometimes when I do projects, I could leave home with nothing. Like, I could go home with nothing from these projects. Now that I have a better formula, I could do something with that, you know, and not leave like empty-handed.
Yeah.
But it's really hard in those instances to fund. Like, if I'm gonna go on the road, then I'm also have to fund like the staff on the road,
Yeah,
you know,
right,
and all of that
right.
type of stuff. So, but what Waiting to Exhale did teach me is that I did not want to do anything else that did not like contribute to the people that are a part of it in some type of way.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's monetarily or giving them access to another platform that's bigger than mine, you know what I mean? Like, it to me is very important that whoever I'm working with, like, they get something out of it.
Yeah.
You know, and if it means that I go home with nothing, that's what I would want to go home with nothing for.
Yeah.
Because I know that I gave it to my people, you know. So if
that's beautiful,
that's what Waiting to Exhale taught me.
Yeah.
You know, but there are people who are like, I'm doing this because, for one, I love what I do, and for two, like, I want to.
Yeah,
you know,
because it's law and relationships are important. And if that's what I've learned in my journey as a spoken word artist within our community. Relationships really are important.
They are.
And you got to foster them and be careful how you shape them, because people really will go to bat for you if they just, that's, you know what I mean?
And
everybody that I've called to do this show, anybody that I've ever called to come and do a poetry show that I put on, or back when I was hosting Little Vibe Friday, I mean, people would just be like, "Oh, Blacks, you there? I'm coming." And I'm like, "Damn, y'all like me this much? I thought, you know." So it's like, yeah.
And people like, and it's because you treat people well. You know what I mean? And anything that is tied to you has light attached to it as well, you know. So I understand why people would do that for you. Shit, I would do it for you. You know what I mean? Because now I am in a different space to where I am seeing coin from all the hard work. From all the hard work that I have been doing for the last 13 going on 14 years. With my writing. I'm just on that upside to where it's like, wow, this is starting to pay off, literally. You know what I mean? I was just doing it because I still do it, like, because of what I feel the purpose behind it is.
For sure.
You know, I feel like my messages have their quality. I feel their feeling, you know, and I've just gotten into a bag. That's where Softing came from, where I wanted my messages to be filling for men.
Are you doing a Soften 4?
I will.
Okay. Okay.
I will. I'm in this space where it's like, how do I beat what I did before? You know, how do I top that? Like, I'm always in that space where it's like, well, what else can I add? What else can I do?
Well, you're asking the right questions. I mean, that's the question you're supposed to ask. And guess what? You're going to get the answer. Guy's going to be like, oh, well, do it like this, do it like this.
And it does come like that. It really does. Because even this last one that I did, I didn't know what I was going to do that would be better than the last time, you know? Because Soften Volumes 2 had my students in it. Like, it was amazing. You know, so I didn't know what I was gonna do. But the addition to adding men in the mix in working with men, which I have also, like, for a long time did not like doing. Working with men in an industry, it could be dangerous for us women. You know, and I had to trust the relationships that I built with these men.
Yeah.
And the way that they showed up for me, though,
yeah.
I was floored.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was floored. I felt so protected. I
Yeah.
felt so at ease,
Yeah.
you know, and I could tell the intention that they were putting into the show because of the love that they have for me.
Yeah.
You know, and that is something that honestly I'm going to be forever grateful for. But yeah, that's definitely Soften Volumes 3 was amazing with the addition of those men of from all different walks of life.
Yeah.
Though. Married men.
Yeah.
We got rappers. We got literal gang members. You know, like they were all up there.
Yeah.
They were all up there, and you know, expressing what softness and gentleness meant to them.
Man.
Even doing it in action with me. It's like, I'm here because they were there to exhibit how they treated me softly.
Yeah.
And how they were willing to back me.
Yeah.
And back my vision.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought that was a very important thing for us to see, especially in the climate now with social media dragging this narrative that we're always in a gender war.
Right,
know?
right.
And so I felt like it was time to come in with a different conversation.
Yeah.
Even these men that you wouldn't typically see,
you
know, or think would be about loving a woman and being and showing up for her in a healthy way, though. You know, they have the capacity and the ability to do that, and I wanted to you know, put that in the forefront because I really do think that it is time to shift the conversation
for sure
about how we handle each other, men and women, you know, and specifically Black men and women, because
that's what we care about.
I ain't gonna lie, that's what the lineage that I'm pushing forward, you know.
Sure.
So that to me is very important. So my addition to that and wanting to just create a different environment for us all is like, I do not participate in the conversations that do not help us grow.
Yeah, for sure.
Same. I don't really care about the fucking conversations of whose role is to do what. Is it 50-50? What are we talking about that for?
Right.
Because all of our dynamics are going to be different.
Exclusive to that certain situation.
From that situation, period. How your husband's you probably ain't gonna be how my husband is gonna husband me. You know? And that's cool.
Yes.
Nobody should be judging anybody's dynamic.
Yeah.
If that is what works for you, as long as you're healthy and happy.
Right.
As long as you're healthy and happy. What do I give a fuck?
Hold up, La. Let's get, because we ain't asked the motherfucking question on this card. But since we're on the topic of your babes, okay?
Yes.
Your new relationship, I want to know about it, and I want to know what this new season of love has been teaching La. And do we love him?
Oh.
Ooh.
Do we love him? Absolutely. Cameron Walker.
Ooh. Not his full government.
Cameron Walker.
What's your first name?
LaShanae.
LaShanae Walker. Okay.
No.
That's cute. LaShanae Walker.
You could put a ring on it. And it will happen in due time.
Yes.
I know that this man is my husband.
Okay.
I know Cameron Walker, known as K-Stone, he has a name of his own. He has a light of his own.
Okay. What does he do?
He's a rapper from Delamo.
Okay.
You know, and he's a wild card.
Okay. We like
not,
a wild card.
but he's so humble.
Yeah.
He's so sweet.
Yeah.
You know, and he's so great. I think that what I have learned.
Now he's so great. Yes.
He is. He's very much great, and he's great even when I can't stand him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because he's so authentic to himself, and he's a loud lover. I have never been loved this loud to where it is like scary. And I didn't know how many people were like, they finally wanted to see me in this space.
Yeah.
Because I think for a long time, for a long time, and throughout my poetry career and everything, people have seen me in a space of that is very contrast to what I'm in now.
Right.
Cameron doesn't bring up any of that for me.
That's so good.
What I have learned is that I'm in the fairy tale that I make, you know, and the fairy tale is going to still be a fairy tale even when it gets hard, you know.
Yeah.
Because when you think about Snow White, when she was laying down because she choked on that apple.
I never seen Snow White, but go ahead.
But
Not choking on the apple.
I was a fairy tale girl, you know. The Wicked Witch, she gave her a poisonous apple, and it was supposed to kill her or keep her asleep forever. But only real love could, you know, wake her up. So the thing about it is, like, the fairy tale didn't stop being the fairy tale when she was asleep and she had nothing to give this man. You know, he still went and felt like he had love to give, and that's what woke her up. You know, and this season that I'm in right now, I'm just understanding that, like, my fairy tale isn't a fairy tale because he just satisfies and supplies every need.
Yeah.
It's because
not every need. The sex good.
The sex, girl, don't play.
Scale of 1 to 10.
1,000.
Period.
1,000.
Yeah.
The thing is, and when I mean like needs, it's just like he can't be my answer to everything. But he tries, you know, and
wow.
On top of the fact that, like, he's in a space of healing himself. And I have been a contributor to that, to where the things that make him happy, like, he's really, like, invested in.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be like, hello, I'm right here, you know. But I want to see him happy. I want to see him, like, flourish. So even when I'm not a part of that necessarily, like, what I have learned is that I gotta let him be. He deserves a happiness outside of
you.
Me. Right. He deserves happiness outside of me. And I'm like, in what I would look at as selfishness sometimes for himself, and like really holding on to his happiness for himself, is like,
this is a great conversation. I'm gonna have you and him back here.
I need to also, like, take part in that selfishness, right? Because when he's all about him and I'm all about him, I have to remember that somebody has to be about me.
Yep. So
at that point in time, I can't be all about him. Lashana, you have to be about yourself.
Would you say your, I don't want to call it a neediness, but like, would you say that your neediness to be all inclusive in his everything stems from your childhood?
Yes. I definitely do. And that's something that I had to reflect on myself. Like, you know, and it's okay. Like, even when I'm not a part of those things with him, like, the man still loves me.
Yeah.
Like, he gonna still come home, girl.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't, you know, so y'all
living together?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all humping every night. Well, maybe not every night. That's unrealistic. Actually, you hump every night when y'all ain't living. When y'all start living together, you get it when you can.
Yeah.
healthy though. It's healthy. It's healthy.
It's the thing about it, like, he's into what's making him happy right now. And I am for whatever makes him happy too.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to take a back seat to that. And it has been uncomfortable. Nonetheless, it's like, this is that there's nobody who lights me up like him.
Yeah.
There's nobody who fills me up like him.
Yeah.
And
I bet.
I fill me up with a baby. You know what I'm saying? Please.
It's coming, like, it's coming.
Please. But it's just nobody like him. He's so charismatic.
How old is he?
He's 31.
Oh, okay.
He's
Wow. Last time we live in the same life. My husband is 36.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. My husband's 36.
So it's so crazy, girl. But what's crazy is I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the youngest that I've ever dated.
Really?
Like, I would not date any younger. And this was almost like a, ooh.
I don't know if I want to do
that. Okay, because you know, but in all of this, I realized, like, even with my age, there's some things that I don't have. Like, I just don't know. You know what I mean? And that's because I haven't experienced those things yet. But there are things that I do know from my experiences, with the wisdom that comes with age. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he's not there yet. And that is something that I had to learn how to really accept. The fact that he ain't. Yeah. It's not that he don't want to be there. It's like, right now he has to have his own experiences for that light bulb to go off.
And that's honest.
You know what I mean? And it's like, there's no reason for me to judge him for that. Yeah. And I appreciate being able to watch his growth. Yeah. You know, and when the light bulb does go off, and it's like, it's not because I'm forcing him to, and even in our relationship, it's like, he chose this relationship. Yeah. Not necessarily because we were just, oh my gosh, we're just so ready for this. It's like, let me just lean in. Yeah. You know, and every day it's like, it definitely makes me check myself. As far as, like, girl, you thought you know something, but this is making me wiser. You know, and
it's making him wiser too.
Yeah, and I'm practicing a little bit more discernment when it comes to the fact that I don't have to correct him all the time. Like, at the end of the day, life is gonna do it. Life is gonna correct him. What needs to be corrected, it will. You know, and I've just learned to take the back seat to when
it's hard, law.
Yeah, no,
I'm a corrector.
No.
And the cold part about it, I won't correct nobody else but my husband. I'd be like, and he be like, back up. Girl. I don't know what type of I don't know what that. I don't know if all women are like that, but. Are you the same way? Like, you don't correct your friends, you don't correct,
we see the things that they, because here's the thing.
You want to help steer a little, and it don't got nothing to do with age. Mine's is 36, and I'm still like,
and that's the truth, because here's the thing. When it's your person, what they decide to do, that affects you. Yeah. And, like, at the end of the day, we're a team. Yes. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you can't just go and decide something and don't consult with your team member. Yeah. So when those things are happening, when you feel the need to correct, it's like, hold on, baby, I could see something that you're not seeing right now.
Because I have a long life experience.
You know, and as women, our intuition, it speaks to us, you know, and we, in our gut, we know one thing about our gut, it don't lie. Okay. So when it's not because I want to be nitpicky. It's not because of that. It's like, baby, I see where this is going, and I'm not feeling it.
I'm the same way.
You know,
when with my husband, I be like, I know I'm younger, but the discernment I have, unmatched.
That Holy Spirit, girl.
And I hate to say it, but the trauma that I've experienced as a youth, it'll prepare you for so
it
much.
will grow
in your
you.
older, it'll
grow
grow you
up,
fast.
You grow up faster.
And so I'm like, I'm seeing it from this. I know you seeing it from this, but you had,
I'm seeing
you had
it
your
from
mom. You was raised by your mom. Not saying that you had a better life than I did, or I had a worse,
or even
horrible
comparing
life.
it at all.
It's not about a comparison, but it is about trauma grew me up faster. Growing up in the area,
you might be a little green.
Yeah,
you might be a little in the fields with this shit. You frolicking and shit, and I'm just like, hold on.
I'm like, wait a minute.
There's a ditch over there, nigga. Like, hold on.
Literally.
But what I have learned is that, when people also feel like it's hard for people to also like they're taking heed to what you're saying, but that also means that something that they're doing is not right.
Yeah, right.
So to have that accountability for the fact that if I take this advice, I have to admit that something that I'm doing ain't what I should be doing.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard to grow through.
Yes.
So that's why I'm learning, like, in real time, though. Like, this might have been something I learned this week.
Yeah,
type shit.
yeah.
Because I've been wanting to tussle with my mans.
Yeah.
Because he done got on my nerves. Nonetheless, I have realized it's like, you know what? I don't need there to be friction between us, because it'll get to a point, if I'm correcting too much, he'll stop listening. I do not need him to
general, that's people in general, not just men.
Not just men, for real. But it's like, I'm learning this at home. I don't ever want him to get to a point where it's like, if he really needs something, like, and he's like, I'm not gonna go to her because she always feel like I'm making the right move or whatever the fuck. So it's like, I've learned, like, whatever he's meant to experience, those experiences are going to happen, and those are going to shape him. And because I know how great he is, he's going to take what he needs to take out of those experiences. And it's not going to be on my time. It's going to be on his. It's on God's time.
Right.
You feel me? Period. Period. Right. So at the end of the day, like, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We got this. He's great. He's going to get to the point that he needs to get to, because I know that he already possesses those qualities. And this is not about potential. This is about what's real.
What's your favorite thing about him?
My favorite thing. My favorite thing about him is his optimism.
Wow. Yes, love.
It's his optimism.
Would you say you were more on the pessimistic side, or are you optimistic as well?
I'm optimistic
to a fault.
Yeah. And I've been, but here's the thing about my optimism. It's like, I've seen my optimism go left. Like, to where I've had a repercussion for my optimism. I know, I understand. So I was just like, but I love how optimistic he is and everything.
And it's almost like oblivious. Like, if he thinks something's just gonna work, it's gonna work because he thinks it's gonna work.
Hell yeah.
And you know what the beauty in that is? And this is why God is very strategic about who he puts in your life. Because it's literally the same way. I mean, we gotta talk after this. But it's, my husband is the same way. And he's like, it's not going to not happen because I believe it is gonna happen. And that optimism is a gateway into some crazy faith. And if you are intentional about how you use your optimism, it pleases the Lord, because it allows him the room to do the thing that you believe him so tough to do. Because you don't believe in a plan B or a plan C. Your only focus is plan A. Now for us, like me and you, I'm believing so hard in plan A, but I gotta be in the C on standby, because I know what it looks like when plan A really hits the fucking floor and fail.
And that's the thing. Like, he has crazy faith. His faith is that man is a godly man.
That's a fruit of the spirit.
Faith. And that's the thing is, from the outside looking in, people don't know how godly he is. And I didn't know how godly he was, because I just saw, like, the things.
Niggas love the Lord.
You
The hood
know,
niggas love the Lord.
yeah, I just saw the thug shit. I just
Yeah.
saw the antics and all of that, and
Mhm.
he's a whole, like, he really looks at stuff like as far as music and, you know, the industry and all of that. He's like, this is a character.
Yeah.
I know how to play the part.
Okay. Yeah. And
And
that's
he's
smart.
like, this is, but who I am to you,
Yeah.
baby, it ain't that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he is so godly. He's so optimistic, and he teaches me how to just like let go.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I love that most about him. He's great.
You know, it's too many questions on this car. I ain't gonna get to them all, but I want to know, what advice would you give to your 25-year-old self? And then after you tell me that, I need to know the advice you give to 15-year-old Lost Speaks Volumes. So first 25, then 15.
Okay, 25. 25. This is not it. Okay.
Mm.
This is not the last. This is not the best.
Okay.
Okay? There's more for you.
Yeah.
As soon as you allow yourself to open up to the fact that there's more for you and you can start over,
Yeah.
there is someone who is going to love you
Yeah.
as you are. You are not going to have to be forced into doing anything. You do not have to compromise yourself.
Mm-hmm.
This is not it. This is not the end of the road. This is not the end of your story. And there's so much more to come for you. You just got to go after it.
Yeah.
That's for my 25-year-old self. My 15-year-old self. Baby, you are all of the things.
I know that's right.
Okay?
I
You're
know that's
all
right.
of the things. I know, you may have had some acne outbreaks and you didn't feel like curves were sitting in the right places and all of that. And you also didn't know that you had a voice. Though you are all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things that people told you weren't. All of those things that when you looked in the mirror you didn't see in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are all of that, baby, and more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Continue to pour into yourself, make time for yourself, make space for yourself, and continue to write. You're going to write yourself out of some pain. Okay? And you're going to be able to see all the light that you possess. And just keep hanging on.
Yeah.
Okay? But you are that girl though. You're all of that.
When it's all said and done and La is no longer here, because we went on to the great beyond, and I mean this is far away. What are your children gonna say about the type of mother you were, and what is your husband gonna say about the type of wife you were? Don't cry,
La. Okay, that struck a chord. Cause that's not what he said on the fucking card.
I know. I told you I was just gonna go off of what I was feeling.
Okay. Cause you put children in there that I don't have yet.
Yet.
Okay. A lot of people don't know that I've had 5 miscarriages.
Okay, I didn't know it was that many.
I have 5 miscarriages. And the thing is, I am a mother.
Yes.
Okay. My babies did not make it to this side of the world. Nonetheless, I know that where they are They are proud of who I am.
Yeah. Damn, Lord, now I'm about to
You
cry.
know, and they know why they couldn't
Yeah,
be here.
for sure.
And I know why too.
For sure.
Okay. I have no regrets. But what I do feel like their future siblings are going to think and say about me is that my mother made it happen.
Yeah.
And she's always going to make it happen. She is a woman of integrity. She's a woman of pure love. Um, and she's a healer, you know, and they're going to be able to read my works to their children.
Yes, La.
You know, and
yes,
they're going to see my legacy transcend past my body, my physical being, you know, because they're going to say that my mom did what she had to do.
Yeah.
She spoke for the people. And she elevated the people. And my mother is a history maker. You know, my husband, Cameron Walker. You know,
okay.
He's going to be able to say that he had the privilege. No,
okay. No, facts.
He had the privilege to see.
Because it is a privilege.
To see the light that I carried and be a person who helped me carry that light.
Yeah.
And he is going to be able to say that I work my ass off.
Yeah.
And he knows that I'm a person who is willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know, and he's going to be able to say that my family, our family, has reaped the fruit of the sacrifices that I made because, again, I did them with integrity. I did them not compromising the woman that I am, and I did the things that I knew were right to do.
Yeah.
You know, and he's gonna be able to say that, you know, I am a great ass teammate.
Yeah.
You know.
We're gonna go from this. We're gonna go from this. But before we go, your firstborn child. What's the first thing that? Because I don't want to prompt this with. I want you to greet them. I want you to bring them here. Okay, so say anything that you want, and we gonna get the fuck up out of here. Say anything that you want to them, because these. I mean, this is a podcast, and it's digital, so it's going to be out there, and it's going to be out there for forever as long as we have digital hoopla. She's gonna see this. What do you say to her? What do you say to her?
Welcome home, baby. I am ready for you. There's so much love that is here for you. You are on purpose and full of purpose.
Yeah.
You are the greatest thing, the greatest gift that I have ever been presented with. You are catapulting me. You have made me arrive. You make me who I am. You place emphasis on that, you know, and you make me bigger. And because of you, I am going to be bigger. I am going to be greater. So welcome home. And thank you for making a home for me.
And we love you, baby girl. TT Blacks loves you. We do love you. We can't wait to meet you. Oh my God.
You get them up.
This was great. Y'all, I want y'all to know this was so. I was asking asking shit that wasn't even on the card.
Okay.
We're gonna have you back. I actually want Cameron to come back. Not come back, but to come.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably do like a little couples something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you, and I'll probably bring my husband. I want to get into some things.
Yeah, that would be so great.
Yeah. Okay, y'all, this was because I'm over here like, this was podcast 1001. We had the Law Speaks volumes in the house. We turned up the volume, y'all. We're going to see y'all back next week with another episode. Peace and love, y'all.
We'll never play. Ain't got time for the games after the pay. Here in LA.